Hello, welcome to Google Developers Live. I'm Paul Saxman, a developer advocate on the Google Maps API team. And in this video, I cover the basics of adding markers to a map using the Google Maps Android API v2. Markers are the fundamental way to show position of something on a map. Something in this context can be a place, such as a city, venue, or landmark, or it could be a transient or moving object, such as a person or vehicle. Essentially, markers can be used to represent anything that has a global position in latitude and longitude coordinates. Adding a marker to the map is as simple as calling AddMarker on the Google Map object with a marker options object as a parameter. An instance of a marker is returned from AddMarker so that you can later update or remove the marker. You can remove a map marker by calling the remove method on the marker instance. When creating a marker, the marker options object needs to be configured with a position in lat/long coordinates, but it also supports a number of other optional parameters. For example, you can create an invisible marker, which you can later make visible, or you can set the transparency for a marker using the alpha property. The default marker is a red inverted teardrop, which should be familiar to most users. However, you can easily change the color of a marker or provide your own marker image using the icon method and a bitmap descriptor factory object. We'll cover these techniques in a video on creating custom markers, however, since there are a number of ways that you can change a marker's appearance. After a marker has been created, most of its properties, like its position, visibility, and icon, can be changed by calling corresponding mutator methods on the marker class. For example, if you want to toggle the visibility of a marker, you can call the setVisible method of a marker instance. Toggling marker visibility is a great way to implement place filtering, since making an initially invisible marker visible is faster than creating a new marker altogether. For example, if you want to allow the user to hide or show hotels with specific price or cost levels, you'll likely want to use marker visibility instead of creating new markers altogether to get the best performance. If you want to show a small amount of information on the map along with the marker, you can add a title and snippet to your marker using the corresponding methods on the marker options class. The title and snippet are displayed in an info window, a bubble over the marker, when the user touches the marker. You can also programmatically show or hide the info window using the show info window and hide info window methods of a marker instance. You can fully customize the appearance of the info window using an info window adapter. However, since there are a couple ways that you can customize an info window, we'll cover these techniques in a separate video as well. If you want to take some other action when a user touches a marker besides showing an info window, you can implement an Onmarker click listener and assign an instance of your listener to the Google Map class. When a user touches the marker, the Onmarker click method of your adapter instance is called with a reference to the marker that was clicked. It can therefore be useful to maintain a hash map of markers that you've created in order to look up and display more information about the place or object associated with a marker. For example, if you use markers to represent hotels and you want to show details about a hotel in a separate view when a user touches a hotel marker, you can use a hash map to look up the hotel description using a clicked marker as the key. So now you should know how to get started with markers. If you'd like more information, check out our documentation and watch the show about custom markers. In the meantime, have fun making remarkable maps. Thanks for joining and hope to see you soon.